What's up, guys? It is Bit by Brick here, and today I have a brand new series for you here. It is Lego Quick Reviews. Whole point of the show here is I have to spend 5 minutes here going over the pros and cons of a set and determining whether I think it is a good buy or not for you guys. So today's set that we are doing for the first episode is Lego 21054 Architecture Trafalgar Square. And I want to get out the gate here that generally I really enjoy this set. I have some issues with it, but I generally really love this set. I actually think this might be my favorite architecture set. So let's dive into the review here. And to start at the gate, I want to state this set does have still a good amount of 1x1s. You find that in pretty much any architecture set, you're going to find a lot of 1x1 types of pieces. And in general, this one does have it, but it has a lot less of them. A good amount of the build didn't even feel like I was building architecture. It felt like I was building creator expert. The amount of detail in here was very interesting. I love the trees. I love the fountains. And honestly, my favorite part might just be at the base. I loved building the base of it. That involved the stairs and just all the detail involved with that. Now this set does come at an $80 price tag, which again, architecture is generally just expensive. It's not cheap. It's not meant for kids. And that's why this set generally, some people might find it a little boring. But if you love architecture sets, but you think sometimes they don't have, sometimes they can be a little repetitive, this one I think actually fixed that issue. Now at $80, 1,200 pieces, price to piece is not always everything, especially with architecture sets. You really can't go by that because generally the parts are a bit smaller. The average size, I would say, for like this set is maybe not a 1x1, probably a bit bigger than that actually. Generally the pieces are a little bit bigger than 1x1s in this set. They give you a fair amount of large ones in some areas that you can't exactly see, and some you can, like the statue has that long piece there. It's a great set, in my opinion, for the just amount of stuff you get. Because really that's the only way you can judge these architecture sets. In the weight of this set and the amount that it took me to build and the finished product, I feel that it definitely is worth the 80. And pretty much to go on that, my pros, which I already talked about some, the base and the building process of this was really good. This is maybe one of my favorite building processes for architecture sets. Typically, you either have the skylines, which are fun little quick builds that are usually unique ways of building, all added up together in a straight line, or you just get the big ones like Statue of Liberty and U.S. Capitol building. But they kind of have their own pros and cons here. Instead, here you get a little bit of both. It's kind of like with the Buckingham Palace, where they had the building off to the side and it took a good amount of pieces, but they still left a lot of room for the general base and the outside of the building. And they did that, but they added so much detail to it that honestly, it's immaculate. The end result of this set. I really enjoy it, at least for me personally. But again, like I said, my pros for me is that overall the building process was really fun. It was about a 2 to 3 hour build. And it was a fun build. Kept changing what I think was going to happen with it, and the way that stuff came together was really fascinating. Now, that doesn't mean the set's perfect, and that's kind of where I go into my cons thing here is that there's still 1x1 repetitive sections, as there are with any architecture set just ever made. That's just how architecture is. If you want to get small, you got to use small pieces. If you want the detail, you got to go small. So with this one, it does have some of that, and it's mainly in the building, but there's not a ton of it. Even the building is built up relatively well and not just with 1x1s. There's still a lot of detail. Actually, in the building, the back opens up and reveals a little museum with statues in it, which is really fascinating here. And in general, besides that, in terms of the cons, there are still 1x1s, but I really don't have a lot of bad things to say about this set. For $80, this is a great value for an architecture set. So in my personal opinion, I would say it's a buy at $80. That's my own opinion. You can take yours if you want. But if you guys have any ideas for any future sets you would like me to cover, put it down in the comments below. Leave a like on this video, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.